Welcome to Classic Game Room for a manga review of Blame, Book 1 from Tsutomu Nihei, the first book in his 10-part epic series. And Tsutomu Nihei is an incredible artist. I got into his work after watching Knights of Sidonia, and then started reading Knights of Sidonia, read all of Manga, and picked up Blame. This is the Japanese version, because at the time that I bought this a year ago, the English versions were out of print, even though it says Blame there in the front. The English versions were out of print and insanely expensive, since they were discontinued. And I'm not going to review the book just yet, because what I'm really here to talk about is Blame, the Master Edition, which I just picked up and it blew me away. First of all, look how much larger this is. It's enormous. Same book, just way bigger, and it's also quite a bit thicker as well. Take a look at this here. I can hold them up side by side for you. Yeah. Printing quality is stunning, and same page here. Let's open up the first page. Blame Book 1 is interesting because it sets the stage for this wild adventure, this descent into this city of madness. And it's the worst art you'll ever see from Tsutomu Nihei. He improved so quickly. By Book 2, it's like he's twice as good. The artwork in Book 1 is already pretty good, and he only gets better. His storyboarding is excellent. The characters are wild. And the location is what he really specializes in, I think. His backgrounds and the environments are just remarkable. The printing quality of the Master Edition is really nice. Not that the Japanese version was bad, it's just a lot bigger and brighter. And of course it's in English, so you can actually, so I can actually read what they're talking about this time. Even though the story can be pretty much told without dialogue, it's a very visual adventure. Mostly just explosions and weirdness. His backgrounds are just, the environments that he creates are amazing. He's, I believe he was a student of architecture, and it shows. Now, I did not read the English translated versions from Tokyo Pop, I think. That's who made them. So I understand there are some differences in the translation between the Tokyo Pop version and this one. I've only read the Japanese version, and by read I mean look at the pretty pictures. But this is a remarkable book. It's not even that expensive for what you get on Amazon right now, or wherever fine comic books or manga are sold. I picked this up from Amazon, but really nice detail. And I like the cover too. Blame, the Master Edition. This is from Vertical Comics, and if you've seen Knights of Sidonia and you enjoyed it, I might start with Tsutomu Nihei's Manga before you start with Blame. I think Manga it's a 6-part series. The books are really good. I reviewed the first one not too long ago. They're less expensive, and they're definitely just about as weird, even more violent. Also, compared to at least the Japanese printing of Blame, this is like nearly 2 books worth of Blame. So here's the very last page of the Japanese Book 1, and this is somewhere in the middle of the Master Edition. And it starts with some color there and then continues. So it is a larger book than at least the Japanese printing. I do not have the English one to compare it to. It's the back cover. And if you're looking for a wonderful science fiction adventure, that's not so much about character development, it's more about the environment and the action and the madness. Blame is a terrific read. I think his most approachable books or series is Knights of Sidonia, by far. Manga may be a shorter, less expensive read than this, but Blame might be his best. I think some people consider it his best. I haven't read it in English yet, so I'm actually pretty excited to tear through the entire series. I loved Manga. I'm a big Manga fan, so there you go. Something to read for the weekend. Pick up Blame, Master Edition from Tsutomu Nihei, the genius behind Knights of Sidonia, and a lot of other cool stuff. Giant book. Blame.
Your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you.